Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. What is the worst gift that you've had?
Oh, God.
I think you know it. This year, we're doing something slightly different.
Yeah.
But there have been times where maybe we haven't had any Christmas decorations. So
What's the non-negotiable for you then?
good, traditional, wholesome, hearty fare. On Christmas Day, how many arguments do you think, on average, erupt?
I'd say probably 10 to 15 arguments.
Because I'm scarred from my childhood.
Christmas is what you make it, I think. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Welcome back to At Home with the Hutchinsons. You're joined by me, Amelia, and my lovely husband, Kameron.
My lovely husband. How many of these have you had?
And my wonderful husband, Kameron.
Pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for having me back, I guess. And yes, it's a Christmas special. If you couldn't tell from the fine fare of mince pies, Prosecco, we have gone cheap. It's not champagne, keeping it real. And Santa.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
The season is upon us.
Now, it is the season, but it is a
To
bit of
be
a...
jolly.
It is a bit of a love it or hate it season, right?
Because I love it and you hate it.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to dive right into it, are we? Sure, no problem. Well, yes, if we're talking honestly, yes, I do hate it. And you know why I hate it? It's because of the excess and the money and the I have to have everything now. It's too much. And I think people lose the spirit of what actually Christmas is. And actually, I don't necessarily think it's just Christmas time. I think it's all holidays nowadays. They've been Americanized. I feel like my grandfather now saying that, but it's true. That's how I personally feel. But you feel, of course, the complete opposite.
I just think it's a nice time. It comes towards the end of the year. You pause, you reflect, you celebrate with people, you get together and make time for people. For us, we always make time for family, whether it's here in Dubai or back at home. I think there's lots of plus points to it. Plus, there's the glitter and the tree and the music and
which this year we are having
in full swing.
Good.
Yes.
Not least for the fact that we've got Gabriel, and obviously we need to get the cute photos and things.
Yeah, it's his first Christmas.
But there have been times where maybe we haven't had any Christmas decorations.
No, well, generally speaking, if we're going back to England, we don't put the tree up.
Okay.
Because
And we generally tend to do a one-on, one-off type of thing.
Yeah.
Do you happen to remember the Christmas twigs?
The bar humbug. Yes, I remember the Christmas twigs. So this is a story where Kameron, I think we must have been going to see family. We lived in England, I know that. And Cameron's excuse for not having a tree was because we were going away. And I come home one night and there are these Christmas twigs, which can only be described as like something from like a Zara home, literally twigs with tiny baubles on.
I think Zara Home is doing us justice. I think they were probably Wilkinsons or Woolworths for the people that know.
The fact that you were so pleased that you'd gone and put something up for Christmas. And
well, I wanted you to have something, some light, something to kind of gather presents round. Sadly, we don't actually have a photo of these twigs in Full Sitch, but hey, listen, look at this. Look at this year. We're here. We're festive and we're feeling good.
There's no more Christmas twigs.
There will not be any Christmas twigs. And actually, that brings us on nicely to talk about Christmas traditions generally, because actually we decided that one of our traditions is each year we would switch things up. One year we would go back to England. One year we would stay here. This year we're doing something slightly different.
Yeah. So this year we are travelling home on the reason that we would like to bring Gabriel back to meet quite a lot of the family that we have. And then we're actually coming back for Christmas Day. So we're having a family Christmas beforehand and then back in Dubai.
And much to our family's dismay, we are actually spending Christmas Day here on our own. Me, you, Gabriel, Poppy, Shelby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
What's your ideal...
Christmas.
The first Christmas?
First Christmas with Gabriel.
Yeah. What's your ideal item on a Christmas dinner plate?
It's got to be the pigs and blankets.
Did you see recently, so take a pig in blanket, but actually like let's undress the pig for a minute, and basically you've got the sausage, you cut the sausage open, you put brie inside, you then wrap the sausage back up with bacon, so you've now got a brie stuffed pig in a blanket.
I've never seen that, but it sounds divine.
I'm going to make them this year. That's the one thing I'm looking forward to.
What's the non-negotiable for you then?
Good quality meat. Yeah.
Butcher's son.
Yeah, I think good quality meat, turkey and a ham is what I think I'm looking forward to this year.
Yeah.
When people go cheap on the meat, you can tell.
It's got to be good traditional food though, right?
Good, traditional, wholesome, hearty fare. And what's interesting is we come from similar parts of the UK, but somewhat different traditions when it comes to meal times.
Yes.
You, by your maiden namesake, have Christmas breakfast, basically, because you eat at what time?
So the general rule is like somewhere between 12 and 1.
Okay. No, absolutely not.
Sometimes it was slightly later, maybe like 2 o'clock, but it was definitely in the afternoon.
That is still so early. It's not a time
but
to have dinner during the day.
But then we never had a big Christmas breakfast, which we obviously do now.
We do a Christmas breakfast by tradition, which is usually salmon.
With eggs.
With eggs and some champagne. Of course, you're not in the mood to eat a full meal then at 12 noon or 1 o'clock, so usually it's Christmas dinner, which then means your Christmas supper goes into like
Boxing Day,
midnight, and then into Boxing Day. So let's talk about some of our other traditions. What do we always do Twixmas?
We always do our goal setting, reviewing the year that we just had and setting goals for the year ahead, while surrounded by tins of celebrations. Tins
of celebrations, tins of Quality Street, although how disgusting is it that they are 20 English pounds now for sale in Spinneys.
That's the big one though, that's like the...
Yeah, it's still
justifying.
20 quid. They used to be 2 for... I'm pretty sure you could get them for 2 for £5 or 2 for £7 back in the day. Yeah. Now they're £20 a tin. Disgusting.
Not here.
Okay, gifts. Now, you know that I am a self-confessed ungrateful gift receiver. Okay.
I think that's kind of harsh, but okay.
Well, I think it's honest.
Yeah.
I think better to
ask
me what I want.
I generally take you shopping
than surprise me.
Yeah, I don't do surprise gifts.
What is the worst gift that you've had?
Oh gosh.
And actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask you, what's the worst gift you've ever received from me, and what's the worst gift you've ever received?
Oh my gosh.
I want you to name and shame, to be honest with you.
I can't even think.
No,
I'm generally I'm quite
gracious with gifts.
Yeah, I like to be surprised. I like things that I wouldn't have bought for myself. Or
I'd also like to point out that I don't generally buy bad gifts.
You don't.
I have a section in my...
buy good gifts, to be fair.
I have a section in my diary, which please don't go snooping around in there, but I have a section in my diary at the end of the year, which throughout the year, whenever you mention something, I write down potential gift ideas of things that you've said.
I do the same, but you will always change your mind by the end of the year.
Or I end up buying said item that I want because I can't be patient and wait. Plus, my birthday is quite close to Christmas as well, so... Yeah. Okay.
Worst gift for you? You gonna name and shame?
I think you know it. I think you know it. So one year I received a watch a little bit like the one I'm wearing now, except the strap was EasyJet orange. Can you honestly see me wearing a watch with an EasyJet orange strap? No. It was a lovely, thoughtful gift. It came in a nice box and everything else, but she was regifted. And I hope the person that I gifted it to isn't listening or watching this podcast. But then I would say this, what we tend to do as we've gotten older and we know each other better, we tend to buy each other gifts of things that we would like to do together. So, for example, theatre tickets or a holiday or, an experience or a meal out or something like that, which I actually think is far better than... Yeah.
We always have something to open under the tree, but as you say, it's normally tickets to some event or something like that, which we'll then make into a day and dinner and
So one tradition that I cannot say that I've ever gotten on board with in the past, but I guess as parents we have to now, because it's all about making it special for your child, etc., etc., and that is
matching Christmas pajamas. which are already ordered, washed and folded, ready to be worn.
And as you can see from my face, I am
great.
not in the mood. The idea of wearing matching anything, because I'm scarred from my childhood. My mother and father had 3 boys, which I think I've referenced before. And there's 6 years between each, me and my brother. Can you honestly imagine a 12-year-old and a 1-year-old wearing the same clothes? If we can find a photo, I will share it. Honestly, horrendous. So anything matching, I don't want to wear matching. I don't want to look the same as everybody else. I want my own style. But I guess we have to this time around. So I will embrace it.
Yeah, it's not something we do a lot, but I think it will be fun, and it's just all about making memories, isn't it? And he's so little this year, he's not going to remember his first Christmas, so
true.
It's nice to document. Well,
talking of memories, obviously we need to make sure that we use our trusty Polaroid and get plenty of photos on the day, because the beauty of a Polaroid is that you can't
change
edit it or retake it. And actually, I've got something off camera here which I'm going to grab. And
this links nicely to tradition, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, that's why I thought I'd bring her out. So this is our angel. I don't think she has a name.
No, she doesn't. No.
Oh no, she's just literally lost some of her feathers as we've been pulling her out. But here she is. Hopefully the viewers at home can see her. She is old. In fact, I'm surprised she's lasted this long. But she actually belonged to my grandmother. She kindly gifted it to us because she really does go all out with her Christmas decorations, and she lives on our tree every year. I say she belonged as if my grandmother is not here anymore. She is with us, very much so.
And she still has the most fabulous Christmas decorations.
And she does still have the most fabulous Christmas decorations that she's collected along the way. But yeah, basically this is our angel that we've had for many years, and I think it's important to keep traditions, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
For me, I think, although I just say I hate Christmas, I think there are some elements of it which, the food, the togetherness, the family.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. I think as you get older, it's about family, isn't it? And spending time together. And because we live here, we don't always get that everyone together, which we always make a point of doing at Christmas, which is really nice.
Well, let's talk about going home for Christmas. And I think only expats will get this. This whole driving home for Christmas.
It really is true.
Well, I mean, Chris Rea is the person who sings that song, and he talks about driving home for Christmas. It is hell. Not least for the fact that it costs an absolute fortune. So here comes the Grinch again. But you then get to the UK, you've got to hire a car. All of your family live all in different parts of the UK. All of them want to see you. You spend more time in the car than you do actually celebrating.
You do, but again, we have made adjustments this year, and that we're going to have a base with family or a base of our own, and we're going to have people come to see us. Not least for the fact that Gabriel does not like being in the car. So
actually, this is a question for the viewers at home. If you've got any advice,
how do
you get a baby to enjoy being in the car? Because when I was a kid, and I'm the oldest of 3 boys, my brothers used to love being in the car.
Well, it's meant to be like the motion is meant to be quite to send them off to sleep.
Yeah.
But
the moment Gabriel gets in the car, literally turns into the devil. So please comment on any advice or feedback you can give on how to silence a baby in the car. That would be amazing, since we are literally travelling to all 4 corners. We are travelling to all 4 corners of the UK for Christmas. Yes. Now, do you know the average number of arguments that erupt on Christmas Day?
No, but I would imagine quite a lot.
Have a guess.
Between couples?
No, just on Christmas Day, how many arguments do you think on average erupt?
A lot.
Give me a number. I'm going to push you.
Out of like a
2,
percentage?
5,
oh, okay.
10.
I'd say probably 10 to 15 arguments a day.
You lived in a very angry household. That's why you ate. That's why you ate so early, I guess. No, the average number of arguments is 5 on Christmas Day. Okay, that's reasonable. And what's interesting is these argument starters can often involve cooking differences, politics, which is an obvious one, gift complaints, and the age-old control of the TV remote, or the clicker, depending on what you call it. And the first argument often starts at 10:13 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Which I believe is quite late.
Quite late, considering most kids will be 6 or 7.
Well, again, scarred from my childhood, but we would go to bed on Christmas Eve. We would wake up on Christmas Day to my brother literally whacking hell out of us to get out of bed. He would then go to the Christmas tree that looked beautiful, right, Instagram worthy, and he would round up all of the presents and he would put them in different parts of the living room.
Oh, yeah.
And then the person
That was my
whom
job.
those presents belonged to had to go and sit beside their pile. So there was never any like, oh, like, let's sit on a nice comfy chair. It was like, no, your presents are by the back door, so you go over there, and your presents are over there by the fireplace, so you go and get on fire.
So we used to do that in the afternoon. In the morning we were only allowed a stocking and 1 or 2 gifts, which my mum and dad knew would keep us busy until we'd had dinner and then could do the rest of the presents.
Do I remember this rightly or wrongly? Did you used to open a present on Christmas Eve as well?
No, we've never done that.
No,
I think that's a more like modern tradition of getting something. I think there's a tradition, isn't there, in one country where they open a book and they read the book on Christmas Eve, which I think is really sweet.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like Eastern Europe.
But
that
no,
they do
presents
that.
were always Christmas Day, and then I think if we, had quite a lot, some would be carried over to Boxing Day because it's obviously overstimulation station.
Oh, there was no chance of any presents being saved on Boxing Day. So again, for reference, you obviously know this, but Alfie, one of my brothers, has gone into the army. Of course, he was always destined for the army because Christmas Day was run regimented. And I would just like to add, and this is why I think it's going to be nice for us this Christmas to just be alone, to open our gifts and drink as we see fit. But he would only allow you to open presents in age order, and it always went eldest to youngest. Did you have that same thing?
No, we used to take it in turns, but there was never like a regimented who had to go first. But yeah, you take it in turns and you do an R over each other's gifts, and then the next person would go, and it's all very civilised.
And you'd look at somebody's gifts and think, that's a shit gift. I feel sorry for you.
I never thought that.
Yes, you did. Admit it.
No, I didn't.
There's never been a time when you've looked at somebody's gift and thought, bless you, I'm so sorry for that.
No, like probably like some of like the gifts that like grandpa and like pappy and dad would get. I'd be like, don't really get it.
Like
but
the socks.
the scale electrics.
The socks.
Which they spent all afternoon building.
Well, I'll finish with one final anecdote before we move on to something else. And I'll say my grandparents on my mother's side used to gift us all sorts of different things. Anyway, this one particular year, they gave everybody socks, and in with my brother's socks were money. I think they missed me because I just got the miserable old socks without the money. And actually, I've still never lived it down to this day. Every time there's socks in the Christmas packaging, we always talk about the mauve, which, if you don't know, is a £20 note in the UK. Anyway, let's move on and say the perfect day, whatever that means, the perfect day. Do you think sometimes the pressure of Christmas can mean that the perfect day is ruined?
I think it can do, but I think it all comes down to what you want it to be about. If you want it to be about family, as you said, there's always going to be arguments. Generally, you're in the house with people for 3 or 4 days building up to it. So yeah, sometimes the pressure can, or if you're expecting a particular gift, if you're, that way inclined. But yeah, I think it can do. But I think you've got to, Christmas is what you make it, I think.
What are you most looking forward to this Christmas?
I think being in our new home. I'm really looking forward to the time that we're going to have in England, friends and family, and getting everyone to meet Gabriel. But I'm looking forward to coming back here and having some great food and just some memories with Gabriel and just taking it a bit slower, I think. And
being outside and being able to enjoy what will effectively be gorgeous weather on Christmas Day and not battling the snow.
What are you looking forward to, Mr. Grinchmas?
Opening those new tins from Marks and Spencer that they have pretzels in, and I think jelly beans and biscuits and chocolates, and
it's called like a Merry Mix or
Merry
something.
Mix.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Those, watching movies, taking off my watch so I don't know what time it is, and just going from one day to the next, spending it with you and Gabriel. And of course, we'd love to know what you're planning to do this Christmas, and whether or not you vibe with any of the things that we've had as traditions, and whether or not you can suggest any traditions for us moving forwards as a new family living here in Dubai. If you've enjoyed this episode, give it a like, Share it to anybody that you think might find it useful, and don't forget to subscribe for future episodes.